That's beautiful. That little burst of sun behind those clouds. Hey guys, what it is a Yo Girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. That sound was horrible, and they did that right in my video. Ugh. Anyways, disregard that. I'm walking after work, trying to relax. Your girl trying to relax my mind. Anyways, let me turn the other way because it seems like everybody is facing this way. I don't know. It's just awkward when you're YouTubing and people are watching you. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Whatever. So, I am tired, girl. Yeah, getting off of work. I've had a heck of a week, and it's been crazy for your girl. Let me tell you. Okay, so let's go back to Saturday. Saturday, I was so tired. I had to work at, I work at a theme park, and we had a Halloween event. It does get out pretty late, so I've been working late shifts. I tend to get home around 1 a.m. or something like that, which kind of bothers with me because I always want to stay up and work. I always want to stay up and work on my projects and stuff like that. So once I get off at 1 something, I set up shop, get to even work. And once you get yourself into work mode, basically it's about 3 or 4 in the morning. So it kind of bothers with my next day off. But anyways, this Saturday I got off early and I was so excited. I'm like, it's still early, which early meant 12 p.m. Like it was 11:50 something, almost 12. So I'm like, yeah, I can go home and work and it still won't interfere with my Sunday morning. Really what I was going to do, because my granddaughter was getting christened the next morning. So I already knew it was cutting it close. I wanted to try to do my hair. I don't have no clothes. This is my skin because I'm always working. Always working. Whew, work to live and live to work. So I really don't have actual clothes like that. I have some, but it would take me a million years to try to get together and get ready and prepared for her christening because I don't want to come looking like a mess or whatever. So I wanted to get it all prepared, what I was going to wear ahead of time, decide, which if you are a prison wife, you know how this is. Well, okay, I was kind of trained in getting myself together because I was still going to visitation, because I still had certain clothes that were nice set out for that reason. But I haven't visited in over a year now, and I basically just don't have those clothes. I just have my uniform and stuff like that. So I was going to go home and get ready. So I was excited about going home, getting off of work. I said I wasn't going to rush myself. I said I need to start planning ahead to the next step. Because for me, I'm always running. So I said, instead of running and rushing home to do those things, let's put my name tag in a certain spot. Let's put my name badge in a certain spot. I plugged in my phone so that they can charge while I'm driving home. I was doing everything because that's how I wake up off of my phone, so that I can have everything in order before I pull off, take my little apron off, leave it in the car so I don't have to be looking for that. That's one less thing that I have to search for because time to go back to work gonna come just like that. And I'm always running on that Monday. So what I ended up saying was I was going to take time. And I actually used to work with this guy. He was a Haitian guy, and he had a Haitian accent. And the way that he would say things, I can't remember exactly. He would always say, Keita, take time, Keita. And I'm like, he was telling me to slow down. Everybody been telling me to slow down. Even my mother's dying words basically was, Keita, slow your behind down. She was basically like, Keita, live your life. Don't live for nobody else. Live for you. Live your life. Don't live money life. Don't live your life. And I haven't started living yet. I have not started living yet, and that was in 2016. But anyways, basically people see me just rushing, just hustling, basically like grind mode all the time, because I want to get somewhere. Oh, I feel like I'm so behind in life. Oh my God, I feel like I'm behind in life. But that also causes me to feel anxious, because I'm always hurrying up. I'm always rushing to work. I'm rushing from work to get to my second job, which is YouTube, and my creativeness and this and this and that. That's my actual real purpose and career and what I went to school for so long. So like, that's why I'm rushing to that, because I have to squeeze that into pockets of time, you know, in between work. So instead of me rushing like I usually do, I took time. I even got my little sandwich. I had a leftover piece of sandwich from work, and I was so hungry that day. And Marcello, I don't know if he jinxed me or what, because we got up that morning and I feel like he likes to pick little arguments. He likes to nitpick at little stuff. And I know he means well, but he's still picking. So first thing he asked me when we get on the phone, when he called me that Saturday morning, I had already overslept. I slept late. I slept till almost 12 o'clock. I have to be to work by 5. A theme park, you just can't appear into work. It's a process to get your behind through the gates and get yourself from point A to point B in your actual location in a theme park. So basically from 12, by the time I get up, help my sister get ready, because I am a caregiver. And side note, I want to do a video about that, about the trials of being a adult caregiver, because it's not easy. It's a lot. Oh, I ain't never asked for nothing to be easy though, but it's just, sometimes you just need to recuperate yourself, you know what I mean? Like, gather yourself sometimes, and then you can have your A game on. I never get a chance to gather myself back up. So anyways, I think I want to do a video about that, because it's a lot being an adult caregiver. Okay, so anyways, I help my sister get ready. I get ready. By the time I do that, I walk and this and that. So he's like, when he calls, I literally just jumped out the shower, went in the car to record a video. And he's like, first thing he asked, did you eat? No, Marcello, I didn't eat. Oh, you got to eat something. You can't go to work. I'm like, Marcello, I literally have 4 hours before going to work. I'm not going to go to work and not eat, because then that's on me. And I have to suffer with hunger pains and feeling faint and getting headaches and stuff like that. So, of course, I'm going to eat. But right now, by me waking up late, I want to record a video, because I have to hurry and do that before I have to be back to work again. So I'm trying to squeeze in my passions in between. Just so freaking challenging. So I'm assuring him that I'm going to eat. So he's like, go in the kitchen now while we on the phone and get you something to eat. And I'm like, I can't do that. That takes my focus from being on the phone. Once we hang up, I assure you, I'm not leaving this house without eating. So I get up, I make me a cup of noodles, because that's literally like all I could find, the first thing I could find, because I'm very busy and I don't even have time to cook nothing, to find nothing to eat, nothing like that. So when my dad y'all know my dad cooks breakfast for me all the time. So when he doesn't cook, then a lot of times I either go without eating that morning, or else I eat something quick like some freaking noodles. So I eat the noodles, right? Time spun around so quickly. It was time to go to work. I couldn't even believe how fast work time had came that day. And before I knew it, I ended up going off to work. And I was going to work to get there early so that I can get me a sandwich before we started, or if I can get me an order of fries, or we have tater tots, if I can get a tater tot before we start. Okay, so end up my sister come and she makes a quote that kind of got under my skin. I'm tired of going back and forth with people because I feel like people just don't understand me, and it's okay. I feel like I've tried in every single possible way to explain myself. This is a whole different issue, so I won't get into that. But I feel like on every level, I've tried to explain how and why I do things that I do and why things are the way they are in my life. And I try to explain it to people, but I don't think they get it. It's like, I don't even know what language to speak it in. I don't know how. Maybe I'm not a good enough communicator to where I can relay it, because a lot of times, just like with YouTube, I don't even know if I'm communicating to y'all in the right manner. I don't know if y'all are understanding what I'm trying to say or do or what. So I'm just over it. It's at this point, it's like that song, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. And at this point, I don't even care. I don't care what you feel about me, think about me. I know how much I'm working, and I know how much I'm struggling, and I know how much I'm falling apart. So if you can't understand that, then I don't know how to make you understand, and it ain't for you to understand if you don't understand. Okay, so we got into a little, not really dispute, but not seeing eye to eye. I jump in the car and realize I don't even have time to eat now. Not at all. So I'm like, dang, Marcello jinxed me. So I literally didn't eat nothing. So I get to work and I'm trying to work. I'm trying to drink water. And I'm like, girl, we got to learn how to fast anyway. So I'm drinking water, trying to keep my stomach full so it'll stop growling. But I am hungry and I can't even play it out. I ain't ate nothing but that cup of noodles. So then I went to my manager and I'm like, I'm so sorry, but what's the earliest you could send me to lunch? Because I didn't eat nothing. And sometimes I just break down and just tell people really, like literally what's going on. Like I like to always put my game face on and act like nothing's affecting me and I'm cool, I'm fine and everything, but I'm literally falling apart before everyone's eyes. So I tell her, and she's like, oh girl, go get something to eat. So I go get me some food, and I was like, it was so funny, I told the manager, she was like, are you good now? I was like, yeah, but for some reason the food wasn't that good. If you ever haven't ate in a long time, and then you eat, for some reason, once you eat a few bites, you can't eat that much. So that's what happened. I ate a half of the sandwich, and I ate a cup of chili. But to me, it just didn't taste that good, so I didn't finish it off. So I finished the rest of my shift. When I get off the shift, I am hungry. Like, I ain't even playing. I'm hungry. My stomach was touching my back. Like, for real, I was so freaking hungry. So we're back to the setting of going to my car. But instead of rushing, I was like, let me take time and put this here, put this there, so that when the next step comes and it's time to return back to work after my days off, I know where my stuff is. So I'm not ripping and running like a fool, a 40-year-old fool. Well, 41-year-old fool. So I got my sandwich in my hand. I got everything in order, and I'm about to drive off. So I'm about to bite my sandwich. And before my sandwich, now we park in parking structures, right? So it's like a parking garage. And the parking garages are basically like one way. They want you to drive in one direction. So I'm pulling out my park and I start driving. And when I get ready to bite my sandwich, boom! I'm like, what in the world? All I see is gray out my window. I'm like, what the heck just happened? Somebody hit me. I got in a car accident. And what was so bad, we had got off work early. So we had to sit there, wait on the police reports, everything. The guy is freaking out. He's going crazy. He had a girl in the car with him. Girl, The girl was in the passenger seat. This would trip me out because she just immediately, as soon as he hit my car, she jumps out the car and she just walks off like she's mad. So he's like calling her. I don't even remember names or nothing, but he's like calling her and she's ignoring him. So I'm like, dang, maybe they was like fighting or something. Maybe that's why he kind of got sidetracked or whatever. But she walks out the parking garage and leaves him. So he's there by himself. And like he's tripping because he's like, oh man, I'm in an accident and I literally just had an accident. I'm sorry, my contact is really bothering me today. So he's like, I literally just have one. My insurance gonna go up. Girl, don't I understand that? Though that accident that money was in with that 18-wheeler was not our fault. They said it was our fault because of, which it made no sense. The reason they gave didn't even make sense. But end up that whole totaling of that car, they put that on my insurance. So that's what made my insurance to where I barely could afford money being on my insurance anyway. But that really made it to where, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's caused a lot of worry in my life, whatever. We lost the whole vehicle. Insurance didn't really pay hardly anything. It was a drop in the bucket. So within a recession, we just had to make huge behind payments on a car that she can't afford and I can't afford either. So now we're replacing a paid off car and we can't even afford these payments. So it's like I'm very overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. My rent doubled in pay. I don't know. I'm drowning. And I'm sure all of y'all. So when I feel overwhelmed and too much, it's really no one to talk to because everybody else is overwhelmed. So I think I'm just going to shut down. I don't even know what to do because there really is nobody else to talk to because everybody is going through their own stuff. So though I come and I act like I'm fine, I'm not. I'm worried. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. I have to work because I'm in so much unbelievable debt, but I can't work because I'm handicapped and it's too much going on. And now here we go with this. So I believe me, sir, whoever you are, I understand. I really do. And I feel bad. I felt so bad for him, but ain't nothing I could do. He tow up my car. So now that's another issue I got to deal with. But you know what? If nobody was hurt, he didn't rock my little spine to sleep. Look at that sunset. Because I have the horrible issues with the herniated disc. So I'm already a mess. And my neck basically is bone on bone almost. And my bottom of my back is just about bone on bone. So another bad accident won't do nothing but take what little I have, you know what I mean? So grace of God, thank you so much. I walked away. And okay, so that night, anyways, I get home. Oh, I was hungry. Young girl was hungry. Do you know he knocked my sandwich to the passenger seat? I went to bite that sandwich and it was boom. It splattered all over the passenger seat. I'm like, are you kidding me? And we got to sit here and wait on the police to come. I really think the police came faster because we were at a theme park. And I think that, they, number one, our youth theme park area. Look at that. Also, number two, I think they want us to hurry up and get out the way because it is such a large amount of people that's going to be coming through there and leaving and stuff, and they don't want us in the way blocking the traffic. So I go home. I'm like, dang, so Money's like, I'm calling Money, and Money's like, well, I'm glad you're okay. Don't even worry, Mom, you don't have to come to the christening in the morning. And I'm like, I'm not going to miss. Baby, if I ain't miss nothing for Money, I'm not missing nothing for Miss Princess. Miss Princess is my long-awaited grandchild. Let me tell you, that's my baby, that's my heart. Grandmama gonna be there for you as much as I can. Just like your little mama, you're gonna be just as spoiled. But this time I can send you a little sport tip back home with your moms. So anyway, I'm like, no money, I can't miss it. I'm gonna be there no matter what. So by the time I got home, I think I was so shaken up from the accident that I couldn't even sleep. I don't even know if you've ever had a sleep where, number one, you don't even know how long you will sleep. Number two, it just feels like an on and off session. You're not really fully sleeping. I don't, it's weird. Like a lot of times you sleep like I slept like that, you know, when my mother passed away. Once I did fall asleep, it's like I don't even know how to explain it. The night that Marcello went to jail and went to prison, once they sent him off to prison, and the time that they sent him from down here to back up north, them dramatic times, things happen in your life and then you just can't sleep. That's how it basically was that night. So I end up getting up and I'm like, dang, I ain't got nothing to wear. But grace of God again, I had washed a load of laundry because I needed my uniforms or whatever. So I had something. So I found me a little dress and I found an old shawl that my sister had. And I kind of threw that over there and I was good to go. I was decent. I wasn't the best looking and people probably talked about me like, girl, that shawl don't match that dress. You know how people always got something to say or whatever, but don't really know what storm you're trying to get out of. But yeah, so we ended up going to the christening and then I thought that I was going to come home after that and sleep. But you know, your girl ain't never going to bed because that was my day off. I got too much to do. I got to cram my life into those 2 days because I work all the time. So end up hanging out with Money. Me and Money spent the whole day with Princess. We went out to eat afterward. We hung out afterward. That's when we went to SeaWorld and all of that stuff, hanging out. And then the next day, I ended up, I had a lot, my cosmetology license was due. And that's coming out, some of those vlogs. I ended up waiting till the last minute, even though I really didn't want to, but my life is always seems to be at the last minute. So I was stressed out that night, getting home at 1 a.m. And then, oh, that was so crazy. They have changed so much since the 2020 shutdown. They have changed so much with renewing your license as a cosmetologist. Girl, I need to do a whole video about that. But that was stressful. That was Teen way goddamn too much. And then I'm starting thinking, what the heck am I renewing this stuff for when I don't even practice? You know what I mean? But yeah, life is a true struggle. I'm just waiting for it. It's like almost like maybe those marathons, or you know when you run for a charity or whatever, and they kind of got those little rest stations where you might grab a drink and you could kind of bring down your momentum. You can stand for a second, you can stretch, get yourself back together, and then you're cool to run the rest of your race. I need a break. I need a breather in my life so that I can regenerate myself and run the rest of my race. I'm just overwhelmed. Even now, they let me go a little bit early, right? I'm thinking I'm cool. I went, finally made my little police report. I mean, not police report. Finally made my claim with the car insurance to go and start getting my car fixed and stuff. And I'm thinking, dang, it's still early. I can hang out and work on my stuff. Girl, I gotta go back to work because I left my freaking contact in the locker. And y'all know what I go through when I lose my contact. I have my backup one, but if I lose that, once I lose that, I'm out of gas if I break this one, because I am legally blind. So without a contact, your girl going to bed. So I gotta get all the way back and hope to God somebody done found my contact and it's not destroyed or gone. It's just one thing after another. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get on back around. Y'all see it's getting dark. All right, it's your girl Cadillac.